Quick question. When you think bigger arms, what do you flex? Your bicep, right? Almost everyone does. Here's the problem. Your triceps make up 2/3 of your upper arm size. Not half, 2/3. You could double your biceps and barely move the needle on how big your arm looks. The muscle doing most of the work is sitting there undertrained, and the exercise you think is your best triceps builder might be doing way less than you assume. I'll show you exactly which one in a minute. This comes from actual scientific studies on triceps hypertrophy, not just what looks good in the mirror at the gym. Point 1. The triceps isn't one muscle, it's 3 heads: lateral, medial, and long. The long head is the biggest of the 3 by a wide margin, the one responsible for that thick, full look, and it's the only one that crosses the shoulder joint, not just the elbow. Point 2. Most people think triceps pushdowns are basically all you need. Elbows at your sides, push the cable down, feel the burn, done. But because the long head crosses the shoulder, a pushdown barely stretches it at all. You're mostly hitting the lateral head. The long head is basically coasting. Point 3. A study comparing training in the overhead position versus the regular down by your side position over 12 weeks found substantially greater triceps growth from the overhead position. Putting your arm overhead stretches the long head at both joints it crosses, creating far more growth stimulus than a shortened position ever could. So if your triceps day is built entirely around pushdowns and kickbacks, you're structurally leaving your biggest triceps head undertrained. Point 4. Kickbacks feel like a real triceps exercise. You're extending your elbow behind you. You feel a burn, seems legitimate. But at the top of a kickback, the most contracted position, there's almost no resistance left because gravity isn't pulling against the movement there. Tension is backwards. It's not that kickbacks do nothing. For the same time and energy, almost every other triceps exercise gives you more. Point 5. Here's the actual fix. First, an overhead movement, like an overhead extension or skull crusher, to directly target the long head. This should be a priority, not an afterthought. Second, a press-down style movement with elbows at your sides like a rope push-down to finish off the lateral head for that outer horseshoe definition. Third, don't ignore a heavy compound pressing movement like close grip bench press or weighted dips to overload the triceps with more total weight than isolation ever will. Point 6. Train triceps at least twice a week, not once. It's a bigger muscle group than people treat it as, and it recovers fast enough to handle the extra frequency. Let's run through it. Triceps are 2/3 of your arm. The long head only grows properly overhead. Pushdowns alone won't get you there. Kickbacks are the weakest option in the room. Fix it with overhead work, pushdowns, and heavy compound pressing twice a week. If this helped you out, subscribe so you can get more fitness tips like this.